Hello, Sailing the Seas tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls, the Mod of Balance remake, with me, BlueAnkylo. So, this is our second episode. Last time, we took our four brave commenters, Victus, Beret, Jade, and Melior, through the Chaos Shrine to beat up Garland, and all the way to Provoca to beat up some pirates and steal their pirate ship. And now we're off to steal some money from the dwarves if we can get out of here. So, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're happy to be here and happy to be watching along. I'm excited. I really do enjoy Final Fantasy 1. You know, I've been playing an awful lot of it lately, and I'll obviously need to take a break before too much longer. But I do really quite enjoy this this game, and I found this mod, well, ROM hack, technically, I suppose you could call it. And I've definitely thought that it was a nice spin on it. It's a little bit more difficult overall, but it's not much more difficult, right? Like, there's a few mechanic changes that are gonna mess you up at first, but all things considered, you shouldn't have too much trouble. The biggest problem early on is that semi-permanent status infliction stuff. So we got free iron armor and a free bunch of money. And that free iron armor goes straight to the knight, although it's nice to know that basically 3 out of 4 light warriors can equip it. Anyway, he's up front, he takes the most damage. He's got very little evasion, but early game enemies are not going to hit very hard, and 21 defense should basically be enough to subtract almost all the damage that he would take. Now technically I could use a Mind Bomb to clear Beret, but I'm not going to waste it right now because I only have one. And he's just gonna have a little break. He's just gonna have a nap until we get back to, probably Corneria. The rest of the party can carry him. Oh no, a snake! Don't let it on the plane. So we got red wolves, or warg wolves. Traditionally they have around 100 HP, but they're generally not that strong, so yeah. Mostly, if you have this pain spell early on, you just wipe the floor with everything. This is why I would highly recommend having someone as a primary black mage early on in this mod. Whether you bring a battle mage, a sage, or... what did I bring other time? The other one that's a black mage. I forget his name. But, Warrior Mage? No, not Warrior Mage. Battle Mage. Oh, this is a fight that could be dangerous. I don't have any Lightning or Lightning 2. Let's see how much damage Pain does to the sharks. Sharks traditionally hit pretty hard. Also, if you notice, enemies have a chance to take half damage from magic resistance now, which was something they did have in the NES version, but they lost for some reason in the Dawn of Souls version. So now everyone has a chance to resist, sort of make your saving throw and take half damage. Yeah, the sharks are pretty tough. Hey look! Beret recovered eventually! Funny how you can recover in combat, but not out of combat now. Anybody need healing? Actually, we're doing pretty well here. 26 damage through all that iron armor. It would just melt Melior if he ever got hit by those. Alright, well now I don't even really need to come this way, but it's too late. Got a free Mind Bomb. That's actually quite nice. They're not even that expensive. I hate having people stunned in the middle of a big dungeon where you need them alive and awake. Okay, is there any magic we should buy for level 1 before we leave? It's pretty cheap, and I don't want to have to come back and pick it up later, so let's see. All the mages could learn Blink. That's kind of neat. Probably one person with Poisona will be fine. We won't need a lot of people with that spell. Getting Protect buffed up on people might be nice for some boss fights. And Fire and Thunder are just... like, I'm actually going to erase it right now. Because I don't see that being very useful. A single target, low damage spell is just not that good. One person with focus is fine. I don't think it's very good. There's just not a lot of level 1 spells for our battle mage. Yeah, I guess it's better for him to have Blink and Protect. At least he's got some support use. And for the Sage, what has he got right now? Dia is nice to have, for sure. Cure is pretty valuable. I don't think he needs Sleep or Focus. So, Blink or Protect. Actually, you know, having him have Blink is probably the most useful because he's the most fragile of all of the party members. So then someone else can cast Protect on him, but he needs to cast Blink himself. So, yeah, that'll work. It might be smarter to put Protect. Let me just... Hold on. That's just... I'm never going to use Focus. I might use Protect. I will never cast the Focus spell. Okay. That's enough messing around in the town. What was my level? No, Pain spell and Poison. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. So let's head on down to Elfland. It's just a hop and a skip and a jump over the little sea here. So, Ogres and Gygus Worms, your classic early game experience and gold farmer. Hitting pretty hard, putting Beret to sleep. We need some stronger single target damage here. But we got that level up. That'll help. So, let me just see if any of these new enemies have dropped anything useful or could drop something. That doesn't matter. Hammers, not very good. That's pretty much it. Oh, Worm Killers. So, if you want to farm some sharks, they've got a nice looking sword there. Interesting. Maybe we'll do our grinding at sea. Elfheim, they call it in this game. Right. So, if I had lots of money, we could buy all kinds of crazy stuff. Gone are the days when a 4,000 gold silver sword was the most expensive. So the Kotetsu is supposed to be for ninjas, but apparently even the battle mage can use it. No monks. There's a couple staves for our sage. Doesn't matter much. Now the good news is we should be able to find a lot of these items in treasure chests if we're patient. If you want to buy them early, you can spend your money, but it's probably smarter to hold on to it. Longswords are pretty strong. Usually you can only buy these in Melmond, I believe. Although there was a chance Garland could drop them, I think, in the original game, and it was really nice to get that early. Anyway, that's the weapon shop. Let's go check the armor shop, and then we'll check the magic out. So lots of expensive stuff. Iron shields are pretty good, because they don't weigh anything. I don't know if that's a bug. I think shields are just generally unencumbersome in this game, or this mod. So that's handy. The buckler shield is very expensive. It's meant for mages. So the fact that they can all wear the iron shield is probably better. The bard's tunic is one of the few pieces of equipment that the sage can wear, so we'll probably want to buy that for him before too long. Maybe not right now, but he needs some armor, and probably the magical robe or the bard's tunic will be the way to go. Elven cloaks are just way too expensive. Feathered caps are pretty expensive. Of course, the spoony bard ranger can equip it. Funny that the battle mage can equip the steel gloves. I'm so always surprised at how heavy of gear some of these mages can equip. Anyway, good enough. I've got an idea of what I want to spend money on. Level 3 magic and level 4 magic. We still can't even learn level 3, so, you know. Blizzara's good. Temper's amazing. Although, again, it got nerfed a little bit in this game, this mod. Warp is pretty awesome to get early on. It'd be amazing to have Warp before we go to the Marsh Cave, so maybe we should try to get that set up. Level 4 White Magic. We've got an AoE White spell that probably no one would use because generally the Black Magic does more damage. And I don't know if there's... Well, there's probably some enemies that are weak to Air Elemental in this mod, even though they weren't in the vanilla. So... Clarity. This is a very important spell. This is your ability to cure... mute, dark, blind, or dark is blind. So dark, mute, stun, all that stuff. It's good. It's a good spell. So then you're thinking, well, Blue, what? I thought Elfland was supposed to have level 3 and 4 magic. It's already done with level 4. Well, if you have a monk or a master, there's some special spells for them. Even the Sage can't learn them, so that's kind of interesting. I guess you could learn Focus, but who cares about Focus? Alright, well, so now we need to make a decision. At what point do we go... Actually, there's one more thing. Sorry, I didn't go to the item shop. What point do we go to the Marsh Cave? And we're probably going to need to do a little bit of grinding. I think we, at the very least, need to be able to cast level 3 magic on Jade and Melior. And I don't know how many levels that'll take, but it's probably going to take a couple. So let's kill some enemies. I don't know how strong this fight is, so let's throw some AoEs out there. We're pretty close to the town, so we can recover MP quick. So it's nice to just sort of spam stuff like this and get the fights over quickly. 100 experience, 68 gold, not amazing. Wolves are always annoying just because they're hard to run away from. They're agile, and they don't really do you any good for, like, you don't get any good reward out of them, basically. So especially when we're grinding, I'll be doing a lot more, like, super speed, basically. I don't imagine you guys will be too upset. Yeah, we'll try to keep people healed up. Honestly, this is feeling like a pretty good party so far. I know we're still really early on, but I kind of have a good feeling about this team, you know? Like, it's got a nice balance of melee and magic, a good variety of spells. We'll see who ends up being, like, the weakest link by the end of the game, and who's the MVP. Not getting a lot of levels up here, are we? One thing I just want to check, intelligence-wise. So, yeah, Melior's got a good lead on Jade in terms of intelligence, so that'll affect his damage dealing with spells. Yeah, that's good. So let's do a little bit more grinding in the forest here. Got poison, but that's what the ranger's for. Good job, Beret. So this fight, which usually was, like, pretty efficient for gold back in the day, maybe it's not giving me as much as I thought it was. Let me just check here. 75. Okay, usually an ogre was worth 195 gold, if I remember correctly, and then each creep or Gygus worm was worth another, I don't know, 20 or 30 or something. So that was like, it used to be a very profitable battle. Now it's terrible. So we're barely making any money at all, and nobody's gotten a level up yet, so that's not good. Let's try some ocean battles. We haven't really fought a lot of Sahagins. Now, normally you would exploit their lightning weakness. Looks like they're weak enough to pain, and you get about as much experience here anyway. But I guess what I'd really like to see is, could we get a lucky random drop off a shark? If we could get him to drop that sword... he doesn't drop any money, but, like, if I could get his rare drop, or... Well, I don't know how rare it is, but if I could get his weapon drop, that'd be really nice. Oh, that's really bad. They've got a multi-target sleep or stun? Sorry, I was zipping through that. I didn't realize those guys were actually, like, dangerous. Usually odd eyes are mostly a joke. They don't really attack. They stun people, which is annoying, but it used to just be one at a time. Sharks are hitting pretty hard. One thing I could do maybe to make the sharks easier is pick up the Blizzard spell. That way we'll have a single target. There are, like, I haven't really talked about it, but in the higher levels there are actually high damage single target spells. So Flare or Nuke is not necessarily the best spell in the game for everything anymore. Now there might be some situations where if you're fighting against a single target boss, like one single enemy, it might be better to have, oh, I think it's like Comet or something, that just does a lot of single target damage rather than the AoEs that sort of have less total power. Alright, so what I'm thinking here is start buying level 2 magic, especially for the people who can't do physical damage. They can't. We did get that level up, so we can learn level 3 magic, although it's kind of expensive right now. Interesting. Just trying to decide how I want to do this right now. I think we're going to pick up heal. Was there any black magic that I would want to put on the Ranger? Blizzard, slow. He could not learn pain, so all he could learn for usefulness is... I don't even think Blizzard's very good. Like, the reason I wanted to buy it for Jade, especially for Melior, is so he has some single target damage. Although it's kind of expensive. And Beret doesn't get a lot of MP. Yeah, I don't think slow is going to matter right now. Like, there might be some good uses for it. Yeah, I think we're just going to fill him up with white magic. White magic's definitely more emergency situations. Yeah, I'm going to throw Null Shock on the Battle Mage. And then heal on the Sage. I guess I had an extra spell slot. One more spell slot than I thought I did. It's because I didn't give slow to anybody. So I believe, like, status infliction-wise, it would be better to give it to the person with the maximum intelligence. I'll just give him Blizzard for now. Spend all my money on spells I'll never use. It's fine. Eventually, we'll have lots of money, probably. I can dream. Did I get any good drops? Got some chainmail. I think I've already equipped it on everybody, though. Or no, I think that's from the iron armor. I just never sold it. Alright, well, let's go to the inn and not be stunned, and we'll try some more ocean grinding. It's nice to grind in the ocean in the sense that the spells we want to buy are in Provoca now, rather than Elfland. Now that we've got level 3 magic. I'm sure Beret will get there after a couple more levels. Probably by level 10, I wouldn't be too surprised. Alright, let's see if we can get something. I don't know what exactly. This is not the ideal fight, but we can test out my Blizzard strats because there's only like 2 targets. 76 damage, eh? 50 damage. I guess I always like to know, like, how much of an effect does intelligence have? Or can Beret just kill everything himself? Oh, we should be getting to the point where people will start getting 2 attacks per turn, so that's what happened to Beret. 2 attacks per turn is pretty good. I'm surprised he got that before the night, actually. That's interesting. Well, that'll speed up some of the fights, just because Beret is going to start doing pretty good damage. And by having 2 attacks, it means, like, now he can miss one and still deal some damage. 100, yeah, I think the pirates are probably our most profitable encounter. And because there's a chance... Ooh, full party sleep. That's a nasty, nasty effect early on. Yeah, those big eyes, they are bad news. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, because the Pirate Buccaneer fight is quite profitable, and the Sharks, at the very least, have a chance to drop a really good item that I would want. Is there anybody else that has, like, a good drop? Sabers would be worth some money to sell. Worm Killer would be probably stronger than our current weapons, and also valuable. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling this is like one of the better areas to grind for money early on. Especially once you can get to it. Oh, we got it. Yes! Alright, look at that. 10 more damage, just straight up. It's a little bit better than the axe. But it's also effective against dragons, in case you fight some dragons. That's a pretty good upgrade from a rapier to a worm killer. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank. Can I get 2 more, please? 300 gold from this is... Yeah, this is great! Now, I did realize that Melior there almost died. Try to heal him up a little bit. Looks like he can heal himself for about 45 with a normal cure. We do have access to heal as well. Just to compare, it's actually a very efficient spell in the Mod of Balance. I believe it heals almost as much damage as the cure spell to everybody, or maybe less than that. Maybe it's half as much. But still, for 2 more MP, as long as everyone needs to be healed, that's a pretty good use of your MP. If you're trying to, you know, if everyone's almost dead, that's a nice way to heal up quick. $62, look at that. 112 damage blizzard. That's pretty good. So how much prep do I need before I can go to the Marsh Cave? I bet you we could take it out now at level 8. That was a pretty powerful level up. The fact that we've got double attacks and, yeah, both characters are at double attacks now. And we do have access to level 3 magic. I just don't have a lot of money yet. I wouldn't mind, like, another worms killing sword. I know I'm being greedy, but I would love to get, like, one more of those sword drops. And then I could, like, sell it. And then I'd probably have enough money. Because I'm scared of those eyes, I just want to kill them. Yeah, that's pretty bad. At least you don't stay asleep for very long. Maybe it's like 1 round only or something, but... Well, we got that level up. Let's go see if I can buy, like, a couple spells at level 3. And then maybe we'll make a rush at Marsh Cave. Or at least try to clear out a little bit of it. I would be happier if someone else could learn the Dia spell, because we're going to be fighting undead in there a lot. And they're probably going to be resistant to pain, because it's dark element. So, level 3 magic. What could we learn? Well, Fira is always nice, because the undead are weak to it as a rule. Thundera would help with the ocean battles. Blind won't really matter much. And... yeah, it's mostly offensive magic that I'm interested in. I think I'll just pick up 2 charges of Fira for now. And that'll give me pretty good sweep ability for the Marsh Cave. Less effective in the ocean, but honestly, the ocean fights, the pain spell's been doing just fine. And I'd like to save some money, because what I should do is buy couple specific items for going in there. A couple extra mind bombs. I know they're really expensive, but, like, I need a couple. And a tent so we can rest up outside of the cave. Oh, I wanted to buy the warp spell for level 3 as well. Well, we've got slots for it, so... that one's in Elfland. Hopefully I can make a little bit of money for that, and maybe that would be good for today's episode. No, we're only 22 minutes in. Maybe we can get to the Marsh Cave today, or at least start the Marsh Cave. I'm pretty sure level 9 is enough. It's really just how much money and spells do you want, or equipment, before we head on down. And yeah, Fira does cost like twice as much as Pain. I believe Thundera is actually even more expensive than Fira, so... so I'm gonna need some money. I don't think 76 is enough. Let's try to get a few hundred. I think Warp costs like 500 gold, give or take. I'd like to get it on at least one character. Buccaneers are pretty good for it, obviously. Yeah, honestly, as long as we keep getting this fight, it's not, like... the money grind isn't so bad compared to fighting ogres for nothing. Maybe one more fight of Buccaneers. Now look, one single Buccaneer does not count. I said plural, Buccaneers. Would be nice to bring down some potions as well. Speaking of things I should spend my money on. Also, do you think Beret is ever going to wake up? He has woken up from stun before once. Now we're all asleep. Except for Melior, who saves the day with his magic. Yeah, I'm actually not a huge fan of stun persisting between battles. Especially early on when Mind Bombs are fairly expensive and I don't really have the money for it. Yeah, I know I could go back to the inn and rest up, but that takes more time. Getting like 2 big hits in there, Victus. Very nice. Just heal those guys up a bit. At least he gets experience even if he's stunned, you know, that's the main thing. Was that like 166 damage from Victus? How powerful is he? Oh good! Beret woke up, and then Jade managed to fall asleep. Great. 120 damage, yeah, nice. Alright, well we have 1,000 gold, that's clearly enough. And then we die to an ambush. No, just kill those Buccaneers. Please, go... You know what? They're not going to be strong to fire, right? Fire will do more damage than pain. Let's see how much we can do here. Ooh, 43 damage to the stunned Jade. Ouch. Alright, we got him. We got a Saber and a Rapier. So the Saber is technically an upgrade from the Hammer, so we should probably switch that out. It's a nice evasive item. Whatever, it's slightly better. And seeing as we've got a Ranger with healing magic, let's do a little bit of healing up, just in case we get ambushed on the way to town. Alright, we're out of MP, right. I know we could run away, but running away is for chumps. That's what I say. Don't run away if you can win. I think I'm more annoyed at how long stun lasts than anything else. Alright, we made it to Elfheim. The main thing I wanted to buy was Warp, and it was 500 gold. I guessed correctly. I don't think it matters too much who I give it to. The Battle Mage is probably less likely to run out of MP in the sense that... Well, Melior will be doing more white magic. Jade will be doing just black magic. It's fine. We can't cast level 4 anyway, and level 4 white magic, we don't have anybody that can learn that. Okay, so there's nothing else to spend our money on other than items or armor and weapons. Well, I don't think we've got enough to buy any really good upgrades unless we can sell something. None of that was worth... Okay, just for interest's sake, like, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but how much could we have sold this for? Oh, that's a lot of money. You know what? Farming sharks, that's what you should do. Just go kill sharks until you get a couple worm killers. Sell them, because it's fine. You don't need to fight dragons right now. Yeah, just sell them. 17 attack, 18 defense. That's pretty good. I'm not going to do that, but I betcha... You know what? Okay, hold on. Quick save. I'm curious now. Like, 39 attack, 85 defense. What if we sold this for 4,000 gold and traded to a longsword? 18 and 10. I think it's... So remember these stats. I'm going to reload now. 40, 76, 40... 40, 76, 40. So the only thing the Worm Killer's got going for is higher accuracy, which doesn't affect your hit rate in this game. It only affects... Well, it affects your... Sorry. It affects your hit rate, not your number of attacks. Yeah, that might be better. And it makes you money, so why keep a weapon that's kind of subpar and more expensive? And look, I could just replace it, and now I've got way more money. And it's better. It does more damage. It just loses a little bit of accuracy. That's pretty good. We could also buy another longsword. We could buy 2 more, technically. What about the armor? Before I commit, because I think we'll find a longsword in the treasure chest. Would it be worth getting... See, the magical robe is very heavy. But not that the sage has very much defense. Oh, you know what? Iron shields are pretty good. Oh, there's so much stuff I want to buy. Let's buy 1 more longsword, so that both of my my fighters that don't really do offensive magic, they'll have pretty good offense. I mean, that's not much better. Sure, whatever. It's fine for now. That didn't, like, mess with anyone's attack rate, did it? I think it's the same number of attacks, so we're probably fine. Alright, so then, it's either armor or items at this point for the rest of my money. It might be worth buying the feathered cap for the sage, just because he's got terrible defense. But he doesn't get attacked very often, right? See, I like the shields because they don't weigh anything. And a reasonable defense upgrade. I'm a fan of these. Less a fan of those. But just buy the magical... Just buy the magical robe. Just quit quibbling. So, I don't know what it means by wards against minor magic. I assume this provides him with some status protection. But, I don't believe you can see it affect his magic resistance of 65. It does not affect his resistance stat. So if it provides status protection or elemental protection, I don't know what it does. I'd have to, like, download a spreadsheet and try to figure it out from there. So unfortunately, it's kind of a mystery. So we got 11 potions, an emergency phoenix down, a spare antidote that we don't really need, some mind bombs, and 1 tent. I guess that's probably enough. Remedies would be smart, but they're really expensive. More potions. I guess that's pretty much it. Well, I think we're gonna cut our episode here today. I know we didn't really make a ton of story progress because we kind of need to do some leveling and some shopping. But next episode, we should be able to handle the Marsh Cave within reason. And we'll see how that goes. We'll probably get a lot of treasure and money. And then we'll progress this plot probably there. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. And have a great day.